When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we ride. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins,
all right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Ready up? Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Oh, Dre and Fresh. Dre and Fresh.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And his first pass is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Options and stuff.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Go.
To throw, Kaepernick. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
It wasn't. I would have took yours. You the one came in there talking something different. I would have took yours.
Kaepernick now to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in,
you actually, you was like, what else do I need?
Right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
What else do I need?
Ready. 41's the mic. Ready. Man left. We got 4. 49, check 13, check 13.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
We're set now. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Set 70, Indy. Check. Hey, orbit. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Here we go. Now.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Push him back. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went. Out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mack. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
We got to step it up. Check it out.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
This is taken at the 23. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie.
Now this time Kaepernick will throw. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's get off the field, D. 25, check 25, check 25.
They run with Hines, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Colts' 43-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw. General West. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. I got 50.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. Trying to get it that time to Stills. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
You can't stop me.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bravo. 53's mine. Check.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And he keeps 6 points off the board. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Hey, exit. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48.
Oh, wow.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half.
When are we doing the upgrades?
The battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Yeah.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Can I get my boost too?
Out of the gun, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. There he goes, right side. And it's a touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Ebron's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 25 on 2nd down. Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Whitney merciless. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Brissett. To connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, echo. 53. Mike. I can't believe they let you play. Be tripping.
Here's Kaepernick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Haywood. 53 is the mic.
To throw, Kaepernick. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
You draw quarter. Set. Hey, wahoo! Mike, 53, Mike. Shoot!
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's third and long for Brissett. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I don't know. I know he was at the end of the team.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Zoo. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run on first down. Hines, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Brissett. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
On
1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. It's complete. Stills.
Yeah. Darby's belong to the streets.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's gonna be Jay.
To throw is Kaepernick.
No, he will. He said
What?
And this is going to wind up
He's standing there
incomplete.
wide open, though.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
He came here like, yo, Pussy got me. I said, what? Pussy did what? That's a crazy time.
Ready! 10 logo.
So what happened with Teddy? Like, they wouldn't let me sign Teddy Bridgewater. Was he going to just come back to my spot or what?
Nah, bro. They wouldn't let me sign Jatavis either. I don't know what that
Kaepernick to
is.
throw again.
Nah, they said I couldn't sign him in the,
Under pressure, and he will go down.
Yeah, they
Sacked
said the
back
same
at the
thing about
46.
Jatavis Brown.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so
They
2
said
remaining.
it
as they burn
said
one
this
here
player is
in
no
this
longer
3rd
able
quarter.
to be re-signed. I'm like, I'm not trying to re-sign. I'm trying to sign.
Okay, ready? Go! Silver! 55's my guy, 55!
Oh, that's maybe that's gay. That's what it is.
Hey!
I couldn't get,
Mike, hey!
I couldn't get none of them niggas back.
Let's go, D!
So they get these niggas, they couldn't get them this shit, bro.
Kaepernick
I
on the
wasn't
throw.
here. I wasn't here to sign the niggas, man. Like, fucking Richmond told me to let me sign them when I came back.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14.
Come on, let's go. At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
He's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston, it's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Running from the gun with Howard. Showed some solid running, strong running, and then he's corralled just beyond the 10. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
All right.
Let's go now. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To throw is Brissett. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Is there anybody
Bold
with a
play
nice
call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Okay.
That's taken it around the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 30 base. Hey, eat. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A big play there for Indy. 43 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 1 receiver left is Hilton. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
You want that third? Well, I'll give it to you when they let me.
To throw, Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Point after try forthcoming. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You got another trade for a wide receiver?
Check.
Who's the person?
They go right back to Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
I don't got no balls.
Now Brissett. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless, bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
36.
Brissett now. Oh, he stays up. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On third down, Brissett. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Oh, wow.
Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
61, matchbox lights. Now.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter,
Ronnie, I might actually
keeping the
do
ball
what
on the
you
ground,
said
I'm
there.
sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as
How
well.
is it
They've got
over?
to stop them here.
So you about to send
now
them
we're going to see
someplace else?
that
That's what
loading
you're
the
saying?
box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. This is Hines. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 26-yard
We got who?
Ready? 70.
Yeah,
Indy.
that's going to be fucking their cornerback from college, nigga. From the Darby. What? You ain't talking.
Ready?
He's going to blitz every
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, we're going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Colts on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going